2 days of practice in the books, 61 push-ups later. How do you think the defense is coming along?
You know, I think we did a nice job of picking up, I think, where we left off from the spring. We were a little bit sloppy day one. You know, the little things, they understand conceptually what we want to get done, but just as far as like the fundamentals, the techniques, those are the things we got to do a better job of right now.
With players like Pat Amara and Jordan Whitehead not being here in the spring, how are they coming along with the rest of the secondary?
They're doing a nice job. You know, a lot of it was mental this summer, obviously, but you could tell today, like when we got into live situations, when you got to think a little bit faster, things are happening a little bit quicker. Had a little bit more difficult time adjusting, but they'll get there. I'm pleased with both those guys.
I noticed you spent a little extra time at the secondary today. What did you specifically focus on with those guys?
The biggest thing was just the details, the attention to details in the back end, you know, just understanding where we got our leverage at, you know, different adjustments to our pressures, but really just the fundamentals and techniques that become so important with what we do. Because we don't do a lot schematically, those things have got to be really dialed in, so I really want to focus on a little bit more of the safeties and even the corners that we're going through today.
You have KK Mosley-Smith and Darrell Render. What is it like to have an experienced player on the defense like Mark Scarpinato?
Well, I'll tell you what, the biggest thing that he brings, I think, right now is just he's been in the system. You know, he was with Pat at Michigan State, so he understands it. He can help those guys out in the back or in the front end. And then also just from a leadership standpoint, you know, he played in a Rose Bowl. He knows what it takes from a leadership standpoint to get to the highest level. So we're excited about him. He's already moved up the depth chart a little bit. I would say he's going to challenge those first three guys. We're excited to see where he ends up.
Now, I noticed you haven't lost your voice or anything like Coach Harley. What's kind of your approach from the day-to-day at camp?
It's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, everything you do is just kind of go through the process of fall camp and making sure you bring it up when you got to bring it up, and you bring it down when you got to bring it down, and stay off the caffeine, drink a lot of water.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.